Hello, Advent friends and family. A dear friend shared this book with me, 365 Devotions for Joyful Living. And given the past few months, it's been hard to find joy in the day-to-day, yet almost a necessity to do so, especially when balancing the stress of e-learning, work, and the looming state of the unknown. So I start by sharing this devotion. I pray that your hearts be flooded with light so that you can understand the confident hope He has given to those He called. Ephesians 1:18. And it goes on to say, modern mindsets have drained the joy right out of some people's lives. For example, there was a time when people saw the value of rest and sleep and peaceful Sunday afternoons, but no more. During the last generation or so, we've swallowed the idea that the chaos of a hectic schedule isn't just acceptable, it's admirable. And anything less is a sure sign of laziness. In fact, sometimes we're tempted to tell others we're busy, even when we're not, as though busyness were a virtue. We end up making excuses for, or even feeling embarrassed about, taking time off to rejuvenate. I think all of us can agree that the past few months have forced us to be more still. And in that stillness, we have found time to think beyond ourselves and of others. Even small acts can bring great joy when they are not lost in the busyness of life that existed prior to COVID-19. For example, here are a few ways friends and strangers alike brought joy to me and my family over the past 10 weeks. Yummy banana muffins dropped on our doorstep. Surprise flowers delivered for Easter weekend. After I couldn't find a box of tissues for my mom, a friend dropped a box at her house. Friends chipping in to get supplies for my elderly neighbors. A surprise scavenger hunt for my children for Easter weekend, and strangers leaving sweet stone messages on our driveway. While we are all eager to get back to some normalcy in which life will begin to get busy, let's try and always remember the joy we found in being still and thinking of others, and be intentional of continuing this in the days ahead. Of course, while we are fortunate to see positives in the current situation, there are many people whose version of being still is fraught with anxiety and need, and we must keep those in need at the forefront of our mind. For example, Total Ministries has seen a 50% increase in use by local Spartanburg residents. Yesterday, we held our first Total Ministries drive-in food collection, and it was truly amazing to see Advent show up like we did. Next Sunday, June 7th, we will hold our second collection from 11:30 to 12:15. They are particularly in need of pasta sauce, and breakfast items. And there will be another opportunity to give to those in need with a fundraiser for Ecuador later in June. Be on the lookout for more details. So in closing, I'll leave you with a quote that Ellie's teacher shared with her on the last day of school. In the rush to return to normal, use this time to consider which parts of normal are worth rushing back to. Author unknown. My hope and prayer for myself and us all as we return to whatever normal awaits us is we think of how we can continue to bring joy to ourselves and serving those in need. May Christ's light shine through us all.